I had experience with Ayahuasca. The first time was when I was 5 years old, and 50 years later I did it again. Those two memories have been like a really powerful experience to make my way of approaching reality and photography quite particular and special for me.
Hi Musuk, thank you very much for being with us today. Could you tell me about the place where those images come from?
I have a relation with Amazonia. I have passed all my life over there. My mother is an anthropologist. And then as a photographer I started to do it by my own. And this project was made mainly in the Peruvian Amazon, but also there are some pictures from Brazil. And during those trips I have started to build really slowly to recreate this memory with the experience that I had with Ayahuasca.
What kind of relationship did you establish with the people who appear in the photographs?
It's a complex situation because some of the places are quite far away and some of them doesn't have like connection to keep like a communication. But in this case, this project doesn't represent like the situation of the indigenous communities. It's more about a bridge between my own imaginary and experience in dialogue with reality. But specifically, this project doesn't try to represent something that doesn't belong to me.
Can you tell me more about the beautiful title, The Belongings of the Air?
The title of the project came from a really nice and important novel of the Amazonian imaginary, The Three Halves of Inomoxo by Cesar Calvo. This story is about this shaman, and in the preface of the book, Inomoxo talks about the belongings of all the things that are in the Amazonian territory but are not tangible, that we can't see but we know are there. So it was a metaphor on how to establish this idea of images or situations that represent something that is not reality, but it's not only dreams, it's a bridge between.
And you say you yourself were also guided by a shaman. Can you tell me more about this person and how you worked with him?
I had experience with Ayahuasca. The first time was when I was 5 years old with my mother, because she was studying the plant. And I had this experience when I was a kid, so it was quite transcendental experience for me that I have really nice memories. And 50 years later, I did it again, but in the Amazonian territory with a shaman. You establish a relation that is interesting because you talk with people, but when you are doing the dreams, the way of communicating is quite different. No? Those two memories from different ages have been like a really powerful experience to make my way of approaching reality and photography quite particular and special for me.
The images that we see here are very diverse. How did you choose them?
Something interesting when you are on the Ayahuasca effects is that everything is mixed and there's a transmutation between the animal, the spirit of the animal. You saw them around you, you became an animal sometimes. I tried to select some of the images that represent some of the emotions, maybe, remind me of metaphors and allegories. One of the most special for me maybe is the picture of the firefly, because it's a really nice metaphor on how the Ayahuasca works in our body.
And there's also formal correspondence between these images.
I have tried to make a connection of images. There are some allegories that try to represent equivalences on how I felt at one moment and try to organize it in a sequence that has sense for me to share this experience, but also it's interesting to see it as a whole.